My friends, they're a little kooky, but they mean well. They have the whole world at their disposal. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is real. Thank you, Jesus!
How are you doing? Are you in Los Angeles right now?
I am. It's pretty phenomenal. Well, obviously it's not all locked down, but it feels good to be here.
Listen, you should be feeling nothing but good these days, my friend, because first of all, to land a show on Netflix, I mean, that's a dream come true. And then have it be this monster hit. I think you guys just surpassed Bridgerton, which is huge. Awesome.
Wow. Shoot, I didn't know that.
I mean, has this been just a surreal experience?
Yeah, like it's still kind of hitting me a little bit more at times because the day it launched, I got super emotional. I just couldn't stop crying because
wow,
it just was it was a lot of years of just pain, misery, uncertainty, self-doubts, just like where I was in my life and career, and just carrying a message. And finally, it just appeared, and it's being very well received. And I just can't believe it. It seriously is. Every time I walk outside on the streets of Hollywood, I'm like, this is why Hollywood exists.
Right? It's like where dreams are made, of course. You know, honestly, I mean, how did this all come about? I mean, you've been a model and an actor for a few years out there doing the thing, doing the hustle. And how were you approached by this?
So I just want to let people know I wasn't very successful at modeling and acting, which is kind of why I spoke a lot about Asian masculinity and how Asians were perceived in Hollywood, and also to modeling, also in online dating. And it caught the attention of Kelly, who was a person that reached out to me and just said, hey, your message is great. Like, I think there's a place for you here in LA because it's changing. Things are changing. Crazy Rich Asians came out. I could introduce you to a lot of people. And so I went out there visiting and I met her. And then when I moved, I met Kane. And then from Kane and his fabulous red ruby shoes that he was wearing, that were so expensive, they looked cheap, that I actually ended up meeting the rest of the castmates, even though there's other friends he had, but
sure,
those were the ones that they chose to be on the show.
I mean, it's gotta be an amazing platform. I mean, you're a great narrator for the series because you didn't come from this great world of wealth. I mean, what has been the most over-the-top thing you've seen in this lap of luxury?
The most I mean, like, they didn't even show some of these scenes, but I saw Anna just whip out a card and pay for 3 Mercedes-Benz that were like over 100K. They didn't even put that in the scene. I'm like, you gonna return that car? And it was like, no, she wasn't. She was really buying it for herself. I was like, oh.
And she's also generous. She's bought you some clothes and you tried to return it and she's like, no, I bought it for you. And you're like, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, like, secretly I was really hoping that this wasn't a test, but it's just, yeah, when she bought me that is the biggest gift anybody's ever bought me.
Wow. But honestly, it's got to feel so great. I'm sure you guys are getting so much response from fans. Other celebrities love the show. And truly, in a time where representation matters so much, and until Crazy Rich Asians came along, it had been like 20 years since we saw a major film like Joy Luck Club, you know, with an all Asian cast. And so we need shows like this to represent people. And that's probably a big reason why it's being so well received.
And I think too, it's because of the name and what it was perceived as. And when people say, oh, that's not just it, there's actually so much more to it. Like, you see things that you don't see in reality TV that much.
Yeah.
The depth and vulnerability. Because, like, I think it's really easy for people to lose track of these are real people when you get drunk and then you make fights and you yell at each other all the time. Like, we've seen that, right? But we haven't seen, Asian or not, just characters and people on reality TV be so vulnerable, be so open with everything, and share real human emotions of, like, grief and loss and identity and family. And it's so rewarding to be not just Asian on the show, but to also represent reality in a different light. Because I've had so many people tell me I normally don't watch reality TV, but this is awesome. Or people saying to me, oh, I thought it would just be about people spending money, and it's not. And I've had so many people, and I hope you use this, tell me that they came out watching this show a better person.
Wow.
mended relationships with their parents. They're discovering their birth parents, for the adoptee community. They just felt like so healed afterwards, which I don't think you ever hear from a reality show ever.
No, not, I mean, the Housewives is entertaining. I don't think healing is actually the word you use to describe that.
No, exactly. And like our show is entertaining too. We have
for sure.
Entertainment, we have the humor, we have the sexiness, but to actually hear too that people got the message of healing from what we went through and what we were sharing, that's so rewarding. And to me, I think that's just so groundbreaking, whether
Absolutely.
You're Asian or not.
And you brought it up. So speaking of sexy, you are the sexy star on the show. Yes, you are, my friend. And
I don't know.
Because all those shirtless, you just take off your shirt and all the Instagram. I mean, how are you single with all those shirtless selfies and scenes?
I mean, I think singleness is a choice. Maybe I'm just trying to tease Kim a little bit more. I don't know. But yeah, I find it tough to date just in general because it's like, I have certain values that I really like honesty and I like authenticity. And sometimes it can be really hard. It can be challenging because a lot of people, I think, are afraid to share that with somebody.
Only a matter of time.
Yeah. Hey, you guys are out there.
Well, speaking of, let's put it out there. Let's manifest it. Who is your celebrity crush?
Oh my God. It's weird. Okay, so when I was growing up, my parents asked me who I wanted to marry. When I was like 9, I said Pamela Anderson.
Oh.
She's a little bit older now. I think she's married. I've kind of grown out of that whole look anyway and stuff. But, I can't really say I have a celebrity. I like Gemma Chan. I think if I were to have a celebrity crush, Gemma Chan would be my celebrity crush.
You've already been breaking boundaries. I mean, like you said, you talk about being adopted into a white family and not knowing your Asian culture as well as some of your friends. So it's been a learning and growing experience for you as well. But you've already had a TED Talk. You were the first, I think, Abercrombie and Fitch model in Times Square. So you already
shirtless guy.
Shirtless. Gotta get that in. But I mean, you already had a real platform about breaking down boundaries and stereotypes about, Asian actors and sex appeal and everything. And I think the show is going to even forward that message.
Yeah, I think so too, because it's like, I think a lot of people who are just meeting me for the first time, which is great that it's actually a lot of non-Asians.
Yeah.
For the first time seeing this message, because it has to go outside just Asians having this conversation.
Absolutely. Have you heard yet about a season 2 yet?
Oh, I want it so bad.
It's going to happen.
I haven't heard. I feel like it's too early, but it's just like, I don't know. Is it too early? This last 6 days feel like a month to me. Like,
you guys just keep to stay at the top of that trending chart for Netflix. You'll get picked up for a second season, no problem.
Exactly. We're trying to hit number 1, but like if we can stay in the top 10 for at least a month, I feel like, what? Come on. Huge. Well,
listen, thank you so much. And again, continued success. And I just think you guys are going to stay up there as more people find out about it. You're going to grab that top spot in no time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Appreciate it. Tell the rest of the cast. Tell Anna if she wants to go shopping, I'm available. I can go to Rodeo Drive with her credit card. Not my journalist credit card.
I'll see you later. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Em. Take care.